Well, I'm Harriet Tubman. Harriet Ross Tubman. Ross was my mama's given name. Harriet Ross Tubman Davis. Davis was my second husband's last name. Araminta Harriet Ross Tubman Davis. Araminta was the name they give me at birth. Did I tell you all about when I was a slave? No? Oh, all right then. Well, I was sent out to work in the fields when I was about 5 years old. Your age, that's right. I was a little younger than you, but about the same age. It was hard work, but I loved being outdoors. Being outside, you could listen to the birds talk to each other and bathe in the sun. But Lord, how I hated me some housework. My peoples, yes sirrin' and yes ma'amin' to white folks all day long. Hated it. Now, my first experience in doing housework came when I was about the same time that I got hits in my head. A white lady by the name of Miss Susan came to the big house looking for somebody cheap to care for her colicky baby. I ain't know the first thing about doing no housework, and Miss Susan whipped me something awful, 'cause I so bad at it. Luckily, her sister, Miss Emily, who had a kind of heart, I guess you could say, came to my rescue. Oh, really, Susan, dear, you must be patient with the child. Poor little thing. She's never even seen a broom, much less learned how to dust. Patience, dear sister, patience. The good book says it is a virtue, while you're just going to work yourself up into a tizzy is all. How do you expect her to do housework when she's always worked outside? Besides which, she's not terribly bright, what with being hit in the head and all. And if you don't mind my saying so, one does not get ahead by skimping on the essentials, such as good housework, good housekeepers. A penny wise and a pound foolish, I always say. You leave her here with me for an hour or so. I'll teach her the proper way to clean house. Here, you take your mint julep and enjoy yourself out on the veranda. Now, Harriet, dear, I'm going to teach you the proper way to clean house. I do apologize for those beatings. My poor sister's been so hot-tempered lately, what with that baby of hers keeping her up at night. And between you, me, and the gatepost, I do believe that child is a spawn of the devil. Yes! It was right then and there that I decided to escape and go north. Now, I couldn't tell too many people about my plans, including my husband, John Tubman. When I came back after one of my trips for him down in Maryland, he'd taken another woman for his wife. I always knew John Tubman was an old snake. But I did tell my baby sister, little sis. All right, little sis, I got something real important to tell you, and you got to promise not to tell nobody. Understand? Promise? All right. I'm getting ready to escape and go north. Shut up! A white lady down the road done told me about the Underground Railroad. No, silly, it's not a train. It's the code word for a group of peoples who helped Negroes escape north to freedom. Me? I'm going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm headed. And when I get settled, I'm coming back for you and all the others. I promise. I love you, little sis, very much. And don't you ever forget it. And when I got to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I had to look at my hands to see if I was the same person now that I was free. Such a glory there was walking through the fields and over the hills that I felt as if I was in heaven. That's when I missioned myself to do good works good and brave works. They might have been good and brave, but Lord, they weren't easy. About my fourth or fifth trip up north, I was carrying 67 peoples with me. Hush up. All right, y'all, we got to make haste. The sun's going to be coming up in just a couple of minutes. Come on. 1, 2. Hey, Mary, how's that laudanum working? I ain't heard a peep out of your little one since last night. Come on now. 3, 4, 5. Oh, Mr. Davis, how your feet doing today, sir? Let me see them blisters. I'm very sorry, sir. I'm going to get you a pair of shoes at the next station. I promise. Come on now. 6, 7. What's that noise? Shh, hush up. Jim? Well, what the devil are you doing underneath that bush? Get up from there. Say what? You're going back to the plantation. Now listen here. I told you before we started out that there'd be no turning back. Here you've been whipped like a mule every day of your life and you're going to let a couple of possums and raccoons scare you. Get up from there, I say. Now listen here. You are going up north if I got to kill you. Because a dead man can't tell no tales. Now get! In over 10 years' time, I made at least 19 trips betwixt Canada, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, and saved over 300 of my peoples and led them north to freedom. I've been given lots of honors and awards in my day. Queen Victoria once gave me a silver medal, and they gave me a military burial with full honors and a monument in my memory. But the greatest honor I ever had was back in 1857 when I led Mama and Daddy up north, back to freedom. My Lord, what a glorious day that was. To them, I was their Minty. To the rest of the world, I was Moses. But me, I just calls myself Harriet. My name is Harriet Tubman, and I thank you all for taking the time to listen to a little old lady rant about her life. You all have a good day. Thank you very much. It's going to take me a minute to get out of here.